Have you ever noticed how impatient we've become? We tap a screen, and food appears at our doorstep. We post a photo, and within seconds, likes begin to trickle in. We don't wait, we don't pause, we refresh, reload, and repeat. And yet, despite all the speed, we're anxious. Despite all the access, we're unfulfilled. Despite being constantly connected, we feel strangely alone. In an era obsessed with instant gratification, one ancient practice invites us to slow down, sit still, and simply be. That practice is Zen meditation. And perhaps it's more relevant now than ever before. Welcome to the Unfolding Journey, a space where we explore timeless wisdom for our modern lives. Here, we ask honest questions. We sit with silence. We seek clarity, not through speed, but through stillness. If you're someone who longs for depth in an often shallow world, or calm in the chaos of everyday life, you're right where you belong. Let's begin. We live in the era of the now. With a few swipes, we can order a meal, schedule a ride, or download an entire movie. Entertainment is endless. Notifications are nonstop. Algorithms know what we want before we do. It's efficient, convenient, addictive, but it also cultivates a deep, almost invisible hunger, a constant reaching, a craving for something, anything, that makes us feel okay. That's the paradox of instant gratification. The faster we feed the craving, the hungrier we become. And amid this whirlwind of endless wanting, Zen meditation enters not as a cure, but as a radical refusal to play the game at all. Zen meditation, or Zazen, is the core of Zen Buddhism. At its most basic level, Zazen is seated meditation. You sit upright and still. You breathe naturally. You allow thoughts to come and go. You observe without grasping. You let the moment be exactly as it is. But that simplicity is deceptive. Zazen isn't a technique to achieve something. It's a practice in non-achievement, a direct, present awareness that says, nothing more is needed than what is already here. In a world that demands action, Zen invites observation. In a culture obsessed with goals, Zen says, sit down and stop seeking. To understand the relevance of Zen today, we need to understand what instant gratification is doing to our minds. Every ping of a notification releases a tiny burst of dopamine. Every like, every message, every reward is reinforcing a behavior loop. This is the mechanism of addiction, not necessarily to substances, but to stimulation itself. This overstimulated mind becomes restless, dissatisfied, scattered. We've become uncomfortable with silence. Boredom feels unbearable. Stillness, threatening. We crave results, not process. Outcomes, not presence. We want answers, not questions. Zen meditation dismantles all of that. It places us directly into the heart of discomfort and asks us not to fix it, but to see it. When you begin Zazen, the first thing you may notice is just how loud your mind is. Thoughts arise, memories, regrets, plans, to-do lists, judgments. You might feel bored, anxious, uncertain. But then something subtle happens. You begin to witness those thoughts rather than be pulled into them. The inner noise doesn't vanish, but it loses its grip. And in the space that remains, something ancient emerges. Stillness, clarity, presence. That is the gift of Zen. Not instant results, but gradual awakening. Not escape from the world, but intimacy with it. In a culture that wants everything now, the very act of waiting becomes revolutionary. Zazen trains us in patience. Not forced patience, but embodied patience. You sit through restlessness. You sit through discomfort. You sit through the desire to get up and check your phone. And slowly, you begin to learn that you don't have to react to every impulse. You become less a prisoner of your cravings and more a witness to them. This is a profound shift from being controlled by desires to observing them with spaciousness. The mind becomes less like a pinball machine and more like a quiet pond. Instant gratification offers quick pleasure but shallow roots. Zen meditation offers deep peace, but only through the patient practice of presence. Think of it this way. Checking your phone gives a spike. Sitting in Zazen gives a settling. One jolts your nervous system. The other regulates it. And as science has shown, regular meditation rewires the brain. It strengthens the prefrontal cortex, lowers cortisol, stress, and enhances emotional regulation. So, while Zen is ancient, its effects are being confirmed by modern neuroscience. It's not about rejecting technology. It's about choosing how we engage with it, with awareness instead of compulsion. One of the most radical ideas in Zen is this: doing nothing is enough. In the digital world, we associate worth with productivity. If you're not doing, building, or posting, you feel like you're falling behind. Zen completely flips that. In the monastery, monks wake before sunrise and sit in silence for hours. Not to chase success, not to become more, but to be. You might wonder, isn't that a waste of time? Zen answers, what could be more valuable than meeting life fully just as it is? Doing nothing, consciously, isn't laziness. It's the most profound form of intimacy with the present moment. There's a Zen phrase, when you walk, just walk. When you eat, just eat. This isn't mere minimalism. It's an invitation into depth. Instant gratification schemes the surface of experience. Zen dives beneath it. By slowing down, we begin to see things clearly. The way sunlight moves across the floor. The subtle taste of a simple meal. The rise and fall of your own breath. This kind of awareness is not exotic. It's available now, but it cannot be rushed. Zen teaches that the most real things in life, love, presence, understanding, are never instant. They are slow. They unfold. They require our full attention. This is where Zen separates from many modern wellness trends. It doesn't promise to make you richer, happier, more productive, or more attractive. Zen is not a life hack. It's a way of seeing. It's about realizing that this very moment, as imperfect and ordinary as it seems, is complete. There is nothing to add, nothing to take away. When you sit in Zazen, you don't do it to become better. You do it to remember who you already are, beneath the striving, beneath the screens, beneath the noise. So how do you begin? It's simpler than you think. Find a quiet space. Sit on a cushion or chair with your spine straight. Set a timer. Start with 5 to 10 minutes. Focus on your breath. Let it come and go naturally. Notice thoughts. Don't fight them. Don't follow them. Just return gently to the breath. End with a bow. A gesture of respect for your practice, however it went. And do it daily, not for perfection, but for presence. Over time, you may notice something unexpected. You become less reactive, more spacious, more alive to the present. Not because you're trying, but because you're finally stopping. You don't have to become a monk or move to the mountains. Zen is something you bring into your daily life. Turning off notifications while you eat. Sitting quietly for a few breaths before starting your day. Listening deeply when someone speaks, without planning your reply. Walking without your phone. Doing one thing at a time fully. These are small acts, but they are revolutionary. In a world that screams for your attention, presence is power. Zen meditation may not offer the instant pleasure of a dopamine hit, but what it offers is far more lasting. A mind less tangled. A heart more open. A life more present. In an age of endless scrolling, Zen gives us the radical gift of stillness. In a culture of craving, it teaches enoughness. In a society that races, it whispers, stop. Not because the world is wrong, but because peace was never something to chase. It was always found in the pause. Right here. Right now. Just this. If this journey into Zen spoke to something deep inside you, something tired of the noise and hungry for presence, then subscribe to the unfolding journey. Here, we explore the sacred hidden in the ordinary. We walk slowly. We breathe deeply. We remember what it means to be fully human. Sparkle subscribe, sit with us, and be part of the unfolding.